Hello again. So I'm gonna film my second opening video here. Originally I was gonna do them both together, but it would have gotten kind of long, and since my roommate knocked on the door during the last one, I got kind of antsy and wanted to see what they wanted in case it was actually something important. You know, it's just the way it is sometimes. So anyway, so now we're gonna have two videos. And that's okay, because it'll make them shorter, and I've definitely noticed that people are more inclined to watch videos that are a little bit shorter versus longer, especially when it's like box openings and stuff. So that's what we're doing. I'm using my magical mermaid knife to do all the opening. So this is my first ever purchase and package from ThinkGeek, which is kind of hilarious because like you would think that ThinkGeek would be a place that I would be buying stuff from, but since, you know, my main collection stuff is Sailor Moon and 80s toys, well, they don't have a lot of 80s toys. I mean, because for the most part, 98% of the time, I'm going to go for the genuine article and not the reboots or, like, the different new versions of things. Like with the Care Bears, there have been a bunch, so many more than I even realized, of redos of them. And some of the ones in the 2000s especially, like, I kind of look at and I'm like, that is not a Care Bear. That is some weird, like, spacey, slick bear thing. But, you know, whatever, that's just me. I grew up with the Care Bears in the 80s. Like, I'm an 81 baby, so, hey, I like the real thing. That's all. And not that the other ones aren't real. I know that most of it is official licensed goods, but I don't like the way the new ones look. I do like when they make new items with the old look of the Care Bears, and I do consider getting some of those things. Like, well, I have one I'm not gonna mess with moving my phone, but okay, here, I'll grab this. This will be an easy example. Okay. There's a Care Bear pen. It's supposed to be a bobblehead. He doesn't really bobble that much unless you hit him or something. Other than the neck being weird because it's a bobblehead. It looks mostly like the original Care Bears, and I like that. You know, like, that's cute. I don't know why they think they gotta modernize everything and upgrade, because, like, it's not always a good thing, y'all. Okay, so, again, first purchase from ThinkGeek, and oh my god, if you're looking, you might be able to see what that is. This is the back side of the box, it looks like. That's a unicorn. Oh, it's a unicorn, but it's not just any unicorn. Let's take this bag off. Not just any unicorn at all. It is the last unicorn. I can't even begin to talk about how much this movie and book both impacted my life, especially as a teenager and young adult. I mean, as a child, I was obsessed with the movie. And as I got older and read the book and all of that, I just fell in love with it even more. Peter S. Beagle's words are like fluid poetry, and the story he tells it's so beautiful and so meaningful. And I identify as a loner. I am. You know, a lot of us nerds are. I obviously am social enough to have friends and stuff, and I go out and I cosplay and I hang out sometimes, but, you know, most of the time, because of my health problems and stuff, I really do spend a lot of time alone. And I've always been a loner. As a kid, I was bullied on through all of grade school, middle school, and high school, severely bullied. And, you know, it just kind of makes you shrink into yourself. And that's what I did. And so this movie and this book, it meant a lot. And I think that I've been wanting a Last Unicorn figure for literally decades, okay? Decades. And the fact that there is one now, and when I found that out, I was just like, I have to have it. I have to have it no matter what, no matter what, no matter what. And I bought this glorious figure. Let's look at the box real quick. I mean, because that's beautiful artwork. Unicorns coming out of the sea. They have a quote from the actual unicorn from the movie, in the beginning of the movie. Another beautiful shot. I've always loved this image of her looking at the moon. So yeah, I have a thing for autonomous, strong, female protagonists that know how to take care of themselves. Okay, here is the unicorn in the package. She looks fucking amazing. She looks like she's pearlized. Oh my god, I love me some pearlized figures. Don't even get me started. I mean, the fact that there's a new resurgence of Last Unicorn merch and Peter S. Beagle is finally actually getting the money he deserves from the royalties from his story that he wrote here in California. By the way, he wrote it in the hills of Santa Cruz, which is about an hour and a half away from here. Oh my god. She's just gorgeous. This is the back side. Well, this non-display side, I should really say, because her back side would really be the dorsal side. There is a little mark on her dorsal there. So I'm a horse nerd too. I've actually worked with horses for a very large chunk of my life, so I know a lot of nerdy terms like this mark right here, which doesn't seem to be showing up on camera. Oh, maybe it did a little bit for a minute. There's a mark. It's like a dorsal stripe, but it's not a stripe, it's like a dorsal spot. Okay, I was able to pick it off with my fingernail. No big deal, I can deal with that. Okay. I mean, but she's perfect. Her tail, look at the cloven hooves, y'all. Oh, hey, our nails match, kinda. Hey, girl, hey. What's up? What's up, unicorn? So, you know, she's not called Lady Amalthea as a unicorn. She's called Unicorn. That's what they call her instead of a name because she's a unicorn. Unicorns don't take names. Or, well, it depends what book you're reading. But anyway, I do really like that they put the star under the horn. The hair is really pretty and looks just like it does in the animation. This is one of the most beautiful unicorn figures I think I've ever personally seen. And considering that I've been collecting unicorns since I was probably 6, no joke. That's saying a lot because I've seen a lot of unicorn figures and owned a lot of different unicorn figures. Besides the fact that this one is just extra special because it's the unicorn from The Last Unicorn. And she saved all the other unicorns and got her heart broken in the process of a very serious quest. But she did find out what love is, and most unicorns don't find out what love is, and that is what makes her different from all the other unicorns and all the rest of the world and the known universe. Dun, dun, dun. Okay, so she does come with a stand, and I know she's been out for a while. I don't know when she was actually released. I'm trying to get the stand out. See, it's kind of stuck there, so I might just kind of put her to the side over here if I can position her right, where she could be like kind of looking but not entirely in the way. Maybe. Maybe. No, okay, not gonna happen. I'm gonna have to lower her down. Oh my god, why is this piece so hard to get out? Okay, so the stand is really cute. It's supposed to emulate, I believe, her forest that she left to go on her epic quest, because it was always spring in her forest because she's a magical creature that kept it that way and watched over it. So, I can't tell you what the flowers are. I think they're just generic flowers. Although she did live in a lilac wood. She lived all alone, and she was very old, though she did not know it. You know a real Last Unicorn fan when they can quote the book. And that's a quote from the book. I think a lot of people know that one, though, because it's like the first lines. Like I said, the book is like reading poetry that tells a story a lot better than the Iliad and the Odyssey. Although that's just my personal preference, obviously. Alright, so I'm kind of pressing. She's got a little peg on her left foreleg here. See, more horse terms. They come in handy when you're a unicorn fan. It's mostly down. It's not all the way. I'm okay with that, though. I'm going to say that's good enough for video's sake. I'm going to try and get her a little more stabilized before I try and set her up somewhere for display. But, I mean, look at that. Look at how beautiful she is. She's really beautiful. I always thought she was like the most beautiful unicorn ever. And when you read her description in the book, how she's no longer the careless color of sea foam, like all this stuff, it's so beautiful. Read the book if you haven't read the book, or at least the comics, like, which is basically the book in comic book form. But yeah, I gotta say, 10 out of 10, 100% for this figure that I have been waiting almost my entire life for. This is like my little girl dream come true to have a figure of the Last Unicorn. I've also gotten to meet Peter S. Beagle twice. Part of that is because he also lives in the Bay Area. But he's been going on tour a lot with showings of the movie in the unedited form and book tours and stuff. I do know that he's having a new book come out, I believe, at the beginning of next month. And it is, I think, about the characters in The Last Unicorn, or maybe specifically about the unicorn in The Last Unicorn, before the epic journey that takes place in The Last Unicorn. So you should look for that. Check it out. I know you can pre-order it on Amazon. I know not everybody is a big fan of Amazon, but I've seen it on there for sure. So I'm just saying that because I know it's on there for sure. But yeah, check it out. It's always amazing to support Peter S. Beagle, who is getting screwed over in the past by, I believe it was Disney, selling the movie, and they also edited the movie. And I remember being so mad. I was like, wait. They swear right there. I remember that because I was a kid, and like, it wasn't like it was a really bad swear when somebody says damn, you know, but you don't see that a lot in cartoons, especially as a kid. So it had a very strong impact on me as a kid. It was like, oh wow, this is serious, you know. It really drove it home. It was never offensive or like, I don't know, people just are so uptight about that kind of stuff. And then Disney is Disney, and like, you know how they are. They want to be as family friendly as possible, like, and they're not exactly the most LGBT friendly. And okay, I'm not going to get into all that. Anyway, regardless, there are DVDs that you can buy, I think from Funimation, that are complete, unedited, and Peter S. Beagle still gets money from it. And I think pretty much anything that's being released now, unless it's like a fan art or inspired by type item, he is actually finally getting his just dues, because he was having a hard time for a while there. So yeah, really glad to be a supporter of both him and one of my most favorite literary tales of all time. A truly magical story. All right, I hope you enjoyed my I hope you enjoyed my unboxing of the last unicorn figure from ThinkGeek. It is an exclusive with ThinkGeek, by the way, so keep that in mind if you want one. All right, much love. Take care, y'all. See you on the next one.